So good evening, folks. It's 4:38 p.m. Today is March 28th. So let's start with the pre-market notes. So overall, this week and the next week will give us some clue whether ES wants to go to all-time high or higher or towards 4100. So this week is very critical, okay? And this week is started by buyers now, because of today's up move. So basically they supported, so they bought it from right area, which is this, right? This is the inflection point, because below this we are allowed to take reactionary shorts, right? So that means this is the good area for buyers to defend, right? If it breaks below, basically it will flip to the seller side, right? Because we are open up for reactionary shorts, right? Even below 45.35 you can take it, if you see something in real time. If price goes higher than 45.73, goes higher, if price goes higher above morning area, then this area will be a good pause area, but this thing happened. So buyers actually targeted this area, and towards the end price got here, right? So there is no time left for a pause. So this pause may happen in the overnight or tomorrow, okay? So watch for the price action around this area tomorrow, okay? Same thing as ES in NQ also. Break above Friday's high, which was around 807. Aggressive buyers, below that some weakness is there, and finally it is up to 756 or dream numbers, one of the dream numbers, right, to decide. So basically the second dream number, I think it's a 698, that damn thing held it to the T pretty much, and then price went all the way to 960 or so, right? So dream numbers are powerful, Russell, I did not bother to look a lot. When I looked at it, it was into this support. Then after that I did not bother to look into it. Dow I did not bother. Gold I did not bother. Crude I looked at it very roughly when it went below 107. So here I am saying today if sellers are there, then they have to hold it below 109.50, and if buyers are there, then they have to take out that level, basically 109.750, and hold above 107. Below 107 it may go towards lower support, right? But in that case you are better off sticking with shorts for day trading. So if you took a shorts in crude, you are in a good hands today, So let's talk about notes, right? So walk through the chart. So of the open, right? So ES was below Friday's high, right? But actually in the overnight it went above it. But NQ and other indexes, they were struggling, they were trading below Friday's high, right? So it was ES versus other indexes. So what we discuss in pre-market voice is wait for them to line up. If they are lining up, then take the trade, Otherwise it's a divergence among indexes, right? So right of the open, NQ took the lead, it just sliced through Friday's high, which is 807. Friday's, Globex high, all this area, just slice through it without any pullback, right? So sorry, I got a phone call. So NQ just sliced through it, right? The way it went higher, it was supposed to be so I was about to enter, right? But the way it went higher without a pause, right? And ES was struggling here, see, around yesterday's high and all this thing, while NQ continued to move higher, right? Now if you look at momentum, it was completely below zero. AD was also trending down, right? So it was only NQ moving higher, right? So I decided not to do anything, let it go. That is what I said today, or that is what I watched today, like let it go, So I was watching, right? And then this damn thing just went to this blue line, right? The blue lines are powerful, and then at even one point it went above it and then came down, right? And held this VWAP. And ES also took out this morning Friday's high, right? So now the question was, where do we enter long? Because looking at this, right, it's like looks like pullback will not happen, but the way it went higher, it's like suddenly it just went higher, right? So in Discord I said, if buyers are aggressive and if you think that it is a trend up day today, which is right from here, I talked about it right here when price was here, then I said 827, 839 can become a support and trend up day, right? But these are the aggressive buyers area. If you really think of that trend day up is going to happen, then you go long here. Otherwise 793, 807 is a good conservative area, so there were two long setups. If you're aggressive and if you think it's not gonna pull back a lot, you go long right here, and if you're conservative looking for a better location, then this 793, 807, this was the area to go long. But in this case, since these aggressive buyers failed to hold this area will become your profit target, first profit target, right? And then you can see in real time. So this was the trade, long here, bail out here. So while yes, there is no trade because this thing was trending down, momentum was not that great, so yes, there is no real trade here because by the time when you try to go long here, it was already showing the signs of failed breakout of Friday's high, so it is a risky proposition by looking at this chop in ES. Only option is left is either you wait for price to come here and see if AD is still good and not downtrending, then you can go long here. Otherwise you wait for a breakdown below if it breaks down, right? And then if NQ is also weak, then you can take the trade like this here, so patience is required here, right? Remember we talked about in pre-market, below 35 weakness, internals are in line, you can consider taking short even, right? And below 15 you can take a short, right, which is this area 15, right? So here now you know that price is struggling to hold above 35, right? After this much attempt, failed to below Friday's high with this chop. Internals are downtrending, right? So now you can take a short, right? But you have to wait. And then some news from the White House regarding some tax increase from 21 to 28% for the corporate, and that's where it moved. So here this big huge red candle like this happened, right? That seals the deal. So now the question is, at that time price was holding this area 31 or 29. So here it came straight down to 29, right? And then again somebody tried to buy it up here. So you are waiting. Then when this price again went down, right? This is your second confirmation. So now if buyers were so strong during the news, price should have sliced through here and went higher. Instead, you can see it, there was no momentum to the upside when it went higher, right? Then it came down again, up, and went through this first hour low. And the moment it pulled back there, that was your trade along with NQ, same time, this one. Because NQ in Discord, if you remember, I said 793, 807, break below, problem. As long as it's holding, buyers are there. ES 31, as long as it's holding, buyers are there. The moment it slices through like this, pull back, you go short, target dream number, one of them, and you are out. Same thing here, target 10, 15, bold area, when you see this chop, you are out, right? By that time AD was completely down and momentum, totally to the downside, right? So this was your trade, one trade a day, and that be all, right? After that, you are not going to short right here, right? Because it's a news driven move. First of all, price is exhausted here into this bull support and to in the dream number, both the dream number, right? And they are powerful support, right? And buyers have a technically control above the dream number from the dream number, so you're not gonna short here, right? Now you're going to wait, because if there is a balance right here like this, and then price break down like this and then come back up, you can short, right? But that was not the case here. It just touched this board area and bounce, right? First time bounce, reject from this 20 area, right? Then it came down, and then really there was no breakdown, right? So that is a sign to go long actually, because here break down, couldn't, up, down here, you can go long right here, conservative long right here, NQ by the time held the dream number, this one, green line, green dream number, up, this dream number, held it, right? So same with yes, you go long, right? And then you target one of this top, and not like moon, but at least first target this, bail out some, and rest you can do break even if you want to hold it more, right? Because on the way up, this 793 may act as a resistance, which it tried to do here, but the moment it sliced through it, that's a more confirmation that buyers are active more. So, but then in the middle, you can't do anything, right? So you have to wait for a breakout of morning high if it happens, and this was your trade, aggressive trade. But at that time, you already know, as per pre-market, it may go towards this bold area. That is the final target, as we discussed in Discord voice, that 4573 to this area 85 could be the max target for the day, NQ 944. So you can target those areas, chase toward it basically, and then that's where you will out, and that's where price had a pause here, right at the close. So now tomorrow, this is a weak up move, because if you look at internals, right, they were still below zero overall. See, so this is a big up move, and this is a good resistance. So today it did not have enough time because it happened end of the day, so in the overnight. And tomorrow if you see a pause here and price starts to go down, that could be a short opportunity, only reactionary though, okay? Otherwise we'll just break out above, we'll stick with longs, or something like that, and that be all for today. Now I have to also do a video for Friday, because I forgot to do that one. I got busy actually, not forgot. So I'm going to do the Friday's video in just few minutes, okay?